Hallelujah! As you know, New Jerusalem is an army, better yet a navy. So you better watch your back. Stop playing those games trying to interrupt these elections we're about to have next year in February. So I want to show how much the military is going to be getting paid. I got you right here. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up for you. It's pretty decent. It's going to be one of the highest paid militaries on God's green earth. I triple my worth, mofo. Okay, so I showed you a glimpse last time about the military, little glimpse about the budget. This is still you know, of course it's a summarized, glimpse version of it, but it also does well to kind of give you an idea of how much you'll be getting paid, starting out. So I showed you this last time, the basic pay. Okay, so E1 is 2,000, E2 is 2,200, E3 is 2,300, E4 is 2,600, and so forth and so on, all the way up to 010, which starts out at 20,000 over here, 20,000. Okay. So now I can show you the allowances here. The allowances, basic allowance for housing, RC transit, starting this year, the first of the fiscal year, Israelite fiscal year. Okay, so you got the partial 010, without a dependent is 2,000, with the dependent is 2,500, and partial is $63. And that is for 010 through 07. 06 is partial is $50. Without a dependent is 1,900. With the dependent is 2,200. 05 partial is $41. Without a dependent is 1,800. With the dependent is 2,200. 04 is $33 partial. Without a dependent, 1,600, 1,700. And with the dependent, 1,900. These are just the differences that you get from a differential that you get. That's the differential. So you see the differentials as well. Okay. So 3 E enlisted is $27 partial. Without a dependent is 1,400. With the dependent, 1,700. And just pause this. You can take a look at these others here. Okay. You back? Good. Family separation allowance, all pay grades, $312. Basic allowance for subsistence, $300. Officers get $317, and enlisted get $460. Family subsistence supplemental allowance, all pay grades not to exceed $1,375. Clothing allowances, the males get $2,000. The females get $2,300 because they just waste more money on clothes. Standard initial clother allowance, that's for the Army, and this for the Navy. $2,200. Females get $2,500. Air Force, $1,700, $2,000. Marine Corps, $2,500 and $2,400 for females. Of course, there's a lot less females in the Marines because Marines are something serious. So when we get this training, y'all better be ready for this money. Okay, now cash clothing replacement allowance. There you go. Basic, standard, and special. 0 for the Army. Navy, you might gotta swim so you can get your replacement clothing allowance. 810 and 837 for female. We just pause and look at that. Okay, you're back. Good, good. Civilian clothing allowance, permanent. Initial is 1,300. Replacement is 430. 15 days and 30-day period, temporary 426. 30 days and 36-month period, 852. Go ahead. Now compare this to your budget, sir. How much you make a month? You'll find out it pays much more. Personal money allowance. The monthly amount. While serving as chairman or vice chairman of the joint, whatever that is, or army force, we're gonna be calling our military different names than America anyway, but it's just modeled after the American military. Because the American military tried to model it after extensive scientific research of war research and Bible research and biblical history and everything. They pretty much have mastered war and conquering. And since we're more than conquerors, we have to know how to conquer as well. You got a senior member of Military Staff Committee of the United Nations. So we already got an ambassador for the United Nations. So this is another United Nations member that we're going to have, a senior member of the Military Staff Committee of the UN. So the ambassador probably move into that position because he'll have the experience necessary. General or admiral, you see all that. Just pause it and take a look at all these things. I'm going quickly because I just want to give you an overview. Okay, incentive and special days. Okay, so our special days are feasts. Feasts and Sabbaths. Okay. So now the incentive and special pays, aviation career incentive pay, years of aviation service from 2 to 25, and it goes up like that. You know, you just get paid more as your career gets older, but then once you get over the general retirement mark of 20 years, then it starts to go down. Okay, we don't need 85-year-old men flying planes. Oh, but I mean, we're gonna be living like the age of trees anyway. What I'm talking about old people. You know what I'm saying? Once we get old, I guess we'll be about 600 years old by the time we get old. But you know, until that time, we're still gonna be living to 120 or less. Okay. Career enlisted flyer incentive pay. Years of aviation service or less to 14, and it goes up like that. Hazardous duty incentive pay. Crew member non-AWAC. This is 010 to 06 and 05 to 01. the warrant officers, the enlisted, and you see all that. Just pause it. It's something that you like to read it. Hazardous duty incentive pay. Non-crew member, all grades, $187. Diving pay, officers get $300 max. Enlisted get $425 max. Combat zone tax exclusion. So our taxes, our tax code, it should be one sentence. You will pay 10% of your profit every year. 10% of your profit every year. So that should be our tax code. That's pretty simple. Okay, so basic pay for the MCPO of the Navy, the Command Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Sergeant Major, Sergeant May, however y'all say it, Sergeant Mayor, or whatever y'all say, for the Army or Marine Corps. Marine Corps. Basic pay is $97.70. Combat zone tax exclusion for 01 and above is based on this basic pay rate plus housing and whatever that is. IDP. Y'all know what these terms mean. I've never been in the military. HDIP, parachute, flight deck, demolition, and others. All grades, 187. Member qualified for Halo pay, 281. Okay. Submarine incentive. You know what, you think we can't afford a submarine or something? Highly mistaken. Uh-oh. Let's see a typo. Submarine duty incentive pay. Cumulative years of service from 2 to 18. Okay, so you got 06 to E1. 06 to E1. I'm gonna put it right here so you can pause it for a second, take a look at that. Okay, you're back. Put it right here so you can pause that for a second, take a look at that. All right, you're back. Good, good. Now, monthly career C pay for the Navy and Marine Corps. Okay, cumulative years of duty, 1 to 20 years. You got 06 to E1 again. I'm gonna pause right here for E1. All right, and then I'm gonna pause it right here for the rest of that. And you can see how much you're getting paid. Okay. Monthly career C pay. Once again, 1 to 20. And pause it. And you're back. Good. Okay, this is the C pay for the Army. Monthly career C pay. Don't forget. Pause it. Take a look at the ranks. And give yourself a promotion. Become part of the world's holiest government. And you can get paid these amounts. Okay, great. Special pays for health professional officers. Okay, this is especially important because you got the technical people, you know, the healthcare field is the most important I mean, is a very important field for the military. Okay, so you got the pay grade here, which is your rank. Okay, and then you got the years of service, variable special pay for medical officers. Under 3, 3 but less than 6, 6 but less than 8, 8 but less than 10, You see, and so forth and so on. Okay. You done paused it? Good. Hold up. This stuff don't look like money. I forgot to put the dollar signs on here, but these are all U.S. dollars. We should have our own currency by this time as well. So, but it's going to be comparable to a U.S. dollar, which is $1. So, $1 is still kind of strong. The European Union always has a stronger dollar than us because they own the United States, and you know. So, but our dollar is probably going to be comparable to. I don't know how we might have a stronger dollar than the European Union though once we get our currency up. I forget the name of our currency. I haven't dealt with it in so long. Let me see here. Hmm. Well, it'll come to me. Okay. So you see that? I don't know if I call it. We call it shekels or what? I think we did. We are using the shekel. Okay. Board certificate pay, special pay, medical and dental officers, additional special pay, ASP, dental officers. Okay. You see that? Just pause it. Take a look at it. If you're aerospace, you got experience in aerospace med, you're gonna get paid $25,000 annually. If you're a general surgery, $36,250 annually. Specialty otolaryngology, $37,500. Subspecialty category, $45,000. So you see, all this takes care of all the specialty medical office. Pause it, take a look at it. Multi-year retention bonus. So if you stay with us, you get these bonuses. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. You see it? Okay. Drill pay. Use your drill pay. 07. 2 years or less, $10,000. And it goes on up to, let's see how far this goes. 40 years. 40 years. Got a 40-year plan. Okay. 06, $8,000. 05, $6,500. 04, 4,600. I mean, 5,600. See that? 1, 2, 3. We got 4 drills, 1 drill, 4 drills. 03, 5,000. 02, 4,300. 01, 3,700. Each drill is 123. 5, you see it. Okay, got that. I'm just showing you the first few, few years up to 20, 26 years. I don't have to show you the whole thing. What you gonna do? Travel to the future and get future pay? I don't think so. Not right now. Not until we purchase the time travel technology, and then we can do that. But it's highly regulated. Time travel is highly regulated, so you can't just go in there and take what you want from the future or the past. Got to be holy, man. All right, warrant officers, 7,600, 20 years. W4 or W4, 5,000. Just pause it. Take a look at it. All the numbers, all you like. See that? E7, E8, E6, E5, E4, E3, E2, E1. It's clear as day. Can't get no better. So that is the military pay for New Jerusalem. Feel free to go over this over and over again with your buddies, share it, and get on board with us. Coming soon next should be next week. Should be next week. We're going to be talking about schools. So I showed a glimpse of how much educators are going to be getting paid. Okay, well, no, I didn't. I showed how much money we're going to spend per student. Okay. So now I have to find the expenditures for the Boston. I'm using the model of the Boston, Massachusetts school system, and they don't have their expenditures on there. So I had to request it from the school board. So it's gonna take a little while to get that, and then I'm gonna have to recreate it to our standards, to New Jerusalem standards. And see, they have like maybe 400 schools. So we're only gonna have 5 schools: pre-K, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? Preschool, you know what I'm saying? And then primary school, then middle school, high school, and college. And so as the community grows, we might start off about maybe 500 people, I guess, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about relocating to Georgia to Dean Parker's farm. Dean Parker got the plan. He's been had the plan for a long time, and people haven't been dealing with him because he's actually doing work. People don't like to do work. Okay, so we're gonna go thinking about moving there. Don't know yet. There's also a city that everybody's looking at trying to buy in the unconscious community and the conscious and the reality community, the Israelite community. Some city. It's a meme floating around. You'll see it. It's a ghost town city that has all the infrastructure in place to have your own city. And people are thinking about buying that city. So I don't know if I'm gonna live there or Dean Parker's farm or Israel or where. You know what I'm saying? I haven't decided yet. Once I get a bunch of money, then I can think clearer about that particular situation. Okay, so let me see here. Waiting on that, the expenditures for the Boston, Massachusetts school system, so I could model that for you and show you. And what else we're doing? We still got the real estate training and all the other training. We're still thinking about linking up with the Mighty Hebrew. But the Mighty Hebrew, he done went in. He done, man. He done woke up past his waking up and talking about going to war without training and without an army. But so he's sent the call out to recruit an army because he's fed up. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the army pays. So we'll be happy to send our men over there, do what needs to be done, protect our interests. But I don't know if he has the right strategy just yet. So I'm still monitoring that event, that phenomenon, because I've never seen him this mad before. But he goes in. You know how he's an intelligent guy. All right, so now let me see what else we got. We still got the IDs, the only national messianic ID in the world, other than the school IDs. They just started recently started doing IDs. I think only one camp does IDs. I think that's ISUPK. They may have been doing it for longer than I have. I don't know. I just found out about it, a couple of months ago. So, I've had the ID for about a year and a half, 4 years, 4 years now. So I don't know how long they've been having that school ID. So you need to join the camp ASAP. You're pretty dumb. You don't know nothing. So you go to a camp to get the motivation to study the Bible from an Israelite perspective, and then one day you're gonna wake up and say, "Dang, my camp has been wrong all this time." But at least you got a good foundation in your camp. See what I'm saying? So that's how that works. You can come on here on this panel and join New Jerusalem camp. The only problem is we're not a Hebrew university. We're not a Israelite college, or we're not an Israelite Bible college at New Jerusalem. See, at New Jerusalem, this is a private club that is establishing a real government on earth and motivating other people to do so as well. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got our ambassador is now a sitting member of the United Nations doing real geopolitical work, earth-wide work. Is that not an honor or what? And he's messianic, just in case you wanted to know. Okay. And he's Hashua Mariel's elder, just in case you wanted to know. All righty. So, yeah, here at this camp, we just established the government and just put everything in place. And put, you got to have bodies, you got to have humans to do these things. 144,000. They're the rulers. So, from our perspective here in New Jerusalem, we think that by having a certain number of people having the Holy Ghost and stopping sinning, which is 144,000, that they are going to be the rulers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that means they have never sinned in their entire life. I think that might be the case. I'm leaning towards that. However, there still has to be rulers in place until the 144,000 who have never sinned begin to rule. Okay, so that's how that goes. And we think that we're in the wilderness now, and we have to get ourselves out of the wilderness. We're not going to be taken out of the wilderness by a strong hand like the Heavenly Father did our ancestors. And we have to come together and implement these strategies ourselves, and so that the other nations can see that we're wise and people, and we can become a part of the world community. Becoming part of the world community means ruling along with the other nations. So that comes with maturity of behavior. So that's what other nations have done. They have matured to a certain level of action and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Not holy wisdom, but a certain level of brilliance to build their kingdoms. But when you have Bible wisdom, it's always much more efficient than satanic wisdom. Okay, so we're going to be protected during the whole process, this whole process, you know what I'm saying? The Watchers are already protecting us. I've seen testimonies from high-ranking military and things of that nature, many of them. And I've seen you know, that's it. Just testimonies saying that you what they call UFOs have disarmed nukes countless times. So, this I firmly believe that this is a reason why nukes have never been used since the Japan bombing. I really truly believe that. So, you know, so we're not gonna have a real serious problem like that, to where you think by us gathering together in one place that they're just gonna drop a bomb on us and kill us all. No, they can only do what the Heavenly Father allows them to do. So we're going to be under his hedge of protection. So no weapon formed against us shall prosper. So you got to understand that. And you can't be fearful, because if you're fearful, then you're going to get the second death, because you're going to stay away from the process of becoming a nation. You're gonna run to what you think is the wilderness in Egypt and Jordan and all those other places, or you might go to Israel, and say that's the wilderness. But Jerusalem is a wilderness, so the actual wilderness is the whole earth, because that's where the drought of the holy word is found. They have a drought. They don't understand the Bible. They don't teach the Bible properly. Majority of them. And then they don't even live the Bible correctly. Most of them. So I mean, those things help your maturity, and of course, Hamashiach stands in the gap according to grace, the dispensation of grace. But grace does not mean there is no standard, there's no laws, and you can just do whatever you want to do. So Christians are quite confused about that. So since they think Hamashiach is the only person who can possibly, who can do the law perfectly, which could have, but so they just say, I'm not going to keep any laws, and this only leads to more and more wickedness. So the majority of the Christian church is quite wicked, because they don't consider any laws at all. I think that might be it for tonight. Stay tuned for a fuller education budget, probably this same time next week, and get involved with everything else. Now, as far as we got credit repair as well, $50. The ID is $21. The real estate training is free. If you master the real estate training, and you have probably something like $10,000 in the bank saved up, or wherever you save your money, in a shoebox or whatever, then you give me $1,500. You get your incorporation, your articles of incorporation, and all this, that is under our nation. You have total control over your own business. The business goes in your name. You pay your tithes, 10% of your profit every year, once a year, etc. But you need $10,000 saved up so you can start paying back the loan that you're going to receive for the real estate transaction that you choose based on your training. So the loan pays the down payment for the property. Every property, just about every property requires a down payment. So that could be anywhere between $10 to sometimes your down payment can be like, if they're really, really greedy, like a bank or something, then they'll charge you sometimes $11,000 or $15,000 at the max. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of the time, your transactions, you can put down anywhere between $10 to $500. But if you get a foreclosure and a bank owns the house, they're gonna charge you every bit of $8,000 to $9,000 up front. So as soon as you win the bid on the property, they're gonna want that check in 2 days. And we got a man who funds all that for you. Okay, that's the down payment part. He also pays the purchase price for the property, which is the title. So the title goes in your name. He's just a name on your title saying that he's the lender. So he's a co-owner with you until you pay back his loan. All right. So you get the title, and he offers rehab funds. You know, so you can borrow up to $500,000 per transaction, and you can do this twice a month. Okay. All right. Now he also has other lending, big time lending situations where, like, for example, you want to develop an entire neighborhood, you want to build a whole neighborhood from the ground up. He lends for that as well, and about 6 other ways that he lends. But I just focus on the house flipping at this time, just because nobody's involved in the training just yet, and it's quick, fast money. Okay, based on expertise, not just the old charlatan type getting money technique. This is intelligent, holy money. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's about all I want to cover right now. So thanks for listening. Shalom.